Dear students, welcome to 12th class Biobotany. So in the last class we already covered the structure of ovule and what are the important functions of each part of the ovule we already covered. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about megasporogenesis. Megasporogenesis means formation of megaspore cells from the megaspore mother cell. Okay, it is the formation of megaspores from megaspore mother cell. So megaspores they develop into embryo sac. Okay. So what are the stages of development of embryo sac? We are going to check here. You know embryo sac. Inside the nucellus, embryo sac found. Embryo sac contain 7 cells and 8 nucleus. So we are going to study how this embryo sac develop. So first of all, the nucellus. In the nucellus, one of the hypodermal cells of nucellus become a large and form a cell called archisporium or archisporium cell. Okay, so one of the hypodermal cell of nucellus become archisporial cell, and sometimes this archisporial cell directly function as megaspore mother cell. They directly become megaspore mother cell, or this other in other condition this archisporial cell undergo division and they form parietal cell and primary sporogenous cell. Primary sporogenous cell. Okay. In some condition, this archisporial cell or archisporium, which directly function as megaspore mother cell, or in some other conditions, this archisporial cell they divide transversely. They divide transversely and form parietal cell and primary sporogenous cell. Okay, and this parietal cell again divide anticlinally and periclinally, and they embed this primary sporogenous cell in the nucellus. Okay, so suppose this is parietal cell, they divide anticline periclinally and they push the primary sporogenous cells into this nucellus, and this primary sporogenous cell again divide and the primary sporogenous cell become megaspore mother cell. Okay, the primary sporogenous cell which become megaspore mother cell, and this megaspore mother cell they undergo meiotic division and they form haploid megaspores. So megaspore mother cell which divide by meiotic division and form 4 haploid megaspores. Okay, so they are in the arranged like a linear tetrad. So 4 megaspores you can see here. They arrange the linear tetrad. So here only one megaspore become functional and develop into embryo sac. That megaspore which is directed to chalazal side, chalazal end. You know embryo, if you or we already covered about ovule. Ovule has micropylar end and chalazal end. So this is micropylar end and this is chalazal end. So the megaspore cell in the chalazal end become functional and other 3 cells degenerate, and the megaspore cell, this cell at the chalazal end, they develop into complete embryo sac. Okay, but some other condition we will discuss. The development of embryo sac may be uh, different types. Sometimes only one megaspore cell which develop into embryo sac, or 2 megaspore cell become functional and they develop into embryo sac, or maybe 4 megaspore cells they become functional and develop into embryo sac. So only one megaspore cell which become functional and develop into embryo sac, that type of development of embryo sac is called monosporic development. Monosporic. Okay. I will write here monosporic development. So what is monosporic development? It is the development of embryo sac from only one megaspore, functional megaspore. Okay. So for example here, this cell only become embryo sac, another cell become degenerate. That type of embryo development is called monosporic. Then another type of development of embryo sac is called bisporic development. Bi means two, mono means one. So here for megaspores, only two megaspores become functional and they develop into embryo sac, and other two megaspores they degenerate. That is called bisporic embryo development. And the third type of embryo development, that is called tetrasporic development. Tetrasporic development. In the tetrasporic development, all four megaspores become functional and they develop into embryo sac. That is called tetrasporic development of embryo sac. This embryo sac also called female gametophyte. That is also you keep in mind. Female gametophyte. Okay. Female gametophyte. Embryo sac, other name, female gametophyte. So this way embryo sac develop. So what are the stages? First of all, first stage. One of the hypodermal cell in the new cellus become archisporial cell, enlarge and become archisporial cell. And this archisporial cell maybe directly become megaspore mother cell or divide into parietal cell and primary sporogenous cell. Okay, and this parietal cell which divide and which embed the primary sporogenous cell in the nucellus, and this primary sporogenous cell become megaspore mother cell and which divide into four functional megaspores. So based on development of embryo sac, there are three types of development of embryo sac: monosporic, bisporic and tetrasporic. Here linear tetrad of megaspore, the chelazal and only one megaspore become functional and embryo sac. That the type of development of embryo sac is called monosporic. If two megaspores become functional and develop into embryo sac, that is called bisporic development. If all four megaspores they become functional and develop into embryo sac, that is called tetrasporic development. Okay, monosporic type of development present in Polygonum species and bisporic type of development present in Allium species, and tetrasporic type of development of embryo sac present in Peperomia. So next we are going to discuss development of monosporic embryo sac. So monosporic embryo sac development present in Polygonum species. Okay, so we already covered what is monosporic embryo sac. So in this linear tetrad of megaspore cells, only the one megaspore cell become functional. That is present at the chelazal end become functional megaspore. Functional megaspore. And other three megaspores, those other three megaspores they degenerate. Only one megaspore become functional. And this megaspore nucleus that divide and form two daughter nuclei, and in between these two daughter nuclei a vacuole is formed, and that vacuole pushes these nuclei into two opposite poles. Okay, so two daughter nuclei they are at the opposite poles. How they are pushed into opposite poles? In between them a vacuole is formed. Then what happens next? In the opposite poles, these two daughter nuclei that divide mitotically twice. Two times these two daughter nuclei at the opposite poles divide mitotically, and form four daughter nuclei at the opposite poles. Okay, so these opposite poles, four daughter nuclei at the micropylar end, four daughter nuclei is formed, and at the chalazal end, four daughter nuclei is formed. Then what happens next? And in these four daughter nuclei, three daughter nuclei organized to form egg apparatus. Okay, so out of four daughter nuclei present at the micropylar end, among these four daughter nuclei, three daughter nuclei organized to form egg apparatus, and they leave one daughter nuclei free, and that become upper polar nuclei. Upper polar nuclei. Okay, so one of the daughter nuclei become upper polar nuclei. That is present in this central cell cytoplasm. Other three daughter nuclei, they organize into egg apparatus. Egg apparatus means two synergid cell and one egg cell. At the chalazal end, same like here, three daughter nuclei organized to form antipodal cells. Antipodal cells, and one daughter nuclei is free, and that left in the cytoplasm, that become lower polar nuclei. Lower polar nucleus. So here two polar nuclei present, upper polar nucleus and a lower polar nucleus. Okay, so finally they form the complete structure of embryo sac. Here you can see this is egg apparatus, and this is two polar nuclei, and this is antipodal cells. Egg apparatus at the micropylar end of the embryo sac, and antipodal cells at the chalazal end, and the center two polar nuclei present. In some case, this polar nuclei, they may be separate or they may be fused. That fused nucleus is called secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus. So this is egg apparatus. And these are antipodal cells. Okay, so this way is monosporic embryo sac developed. Next we are going to look the complete structure of embryo sac. We already discussed how this monosporic embryo sac is developed. So at the chalazal end of this embryo sac, antipodal cells are present. There are three antipodal cells are present, and in this central cells cytoplasm, two polar nuclei present. Polar nuclei present. Then at the micropylar end, egg apparatus present. Egg apparatus. So this egg apparatus consists of a central egg cell, and on each side of central egg cell, synergids are present. So a egg cell which means female gamete, and two synergids. What is the function of synergids? These synergids, they secrete some chemotropic substances. Okay, these chemotropic substances can attract the coming pollen tube. Okay, so chemotropic substances produced by synergids that guide the pollen tube into this embryo sac. And also they have a special cell thickening. These synergids, they have special cell thickening that is called filiform apparatus. Filiform apparatus. and this filiform apparatus function which it conducts the nutrients from nucellus into embryo sac, and which also helps to get pollen tube into this embryo sac. Okay, so this is about complete structure of embryo sac. So this embryo sac which has total 8 nucleus and 7 cell, 2 synergids and 1 egg cell and 3 antipodal cell and a central cell in which 2 polar nuclei. Total 7 cell and 8 nuclei is present in this embryo sac. Okay, next class we will discuss about pollination.